My name is Pedro Amendoeira. I've been with 𝘂𝗻𝗃 Group for 16 years now, and I'm based in Porto, Portugal. My role in 𝘂𝗻𝗃 Group is mostly client acquisition and client management. I do some analysis as well, energy, but mostly what gets me more excited is to be able to share the good things we do with clients and try to find a fit to help them improve their business. One story I particularly enjoy is that one of those moments where we really help the client through using a different lens. This was a client that did a lot of catalog selling, so they had a huge expense in printed catalogs. At the time, my colleague, the analyst, he found out that there was this opportunity. When we presented the options report, he put on top of the table two catalogs, and he said, one is your current catalog, the other is a version, it's slightly different. Try to find out why it's different. So the CEO of this client and the marketing director, they just grabbed the catalogs, they were looking against the light, they were trying to find whatever, and they couldn't. And in the end, they just gave up and said, they're exactly alike. What's the difference? The paper is the same, everything is the same. He said, no, if you put one on top of the other, one is 1 millimeter short on one side and 1.5 millimeters on the other. So it's a tiny bit shorter. And why is that important? Because you worked with the supplier, the current supplier, the incumbent, and found out that he was, while visiting the factory, he was wasting a tremendous amount of paper. So you worked backwards, and he found this other supplier that was able to provide paper already on that measure. So in the end, he was buying less paper with less waste, no waste. The paper came already on that exact dimension, and the savings were close to 20%. This was a huge amount for the client. So after 6 weeks, they were able to implement the catalog with a new dimension, which was imperceptible to anyone. The reaction of the client was at first surprise when he understood that there was this solution, because in the end, the solution existed. Why? Because when asked, why haven't you proposed this? The supplier said, because these are the dimensions that we've been told to do, so we do them. No one had thought about asking, why are these dimensions? Is 1 millimeter important? So the client was really surprised. It was a quick win, an easy win, and that was also the motor to help implement another parts of the project that were maybe less obvious. I think we have 4 big advantages. One, we have the time that people from the inside don't. The second reason is that we have huge expertise. We have people with 15, 20 more years that come within the industries that we're working on. And third, the benchmark. We work with small, large, medium companies. So we have a huge benchmark of best practices, prices, conditions that it's impossible for anyone else to have in any sized company. And then we have the outside look. That's really important.